Hello, hello, and welcome back to Lyre. Lyre, that is how you pronounce that word. it's a thing, you know. I'm still you all know I can't pronounce things to save my life. Anyway, we're here with this bear. Lyle said that this was one of his friends, right? He's a cute friend. Can I romance this man instead of Lyle? Is that an option? This man's cute. He shakes my hand lightly as we were dealing with as if dealing with a small child. If that's what you want to be called, Rickert. Wait, Richter. I'm still messing up the name. He's traveled from Erin to help with diplomatic research, relations. We're on the ball today. We are on it. We're doing it. We don't get a lot of people from Lyre around these parts. Especially during this time of year. Too cold for them. It does get a bit too cold for my comfort. Don't worry. At night, once those vitality lanterns are lit, they'll warm up the whole village. It keeps the snow at bay, too. He turns to Lyle with a snarky grin. Do you need your sword fixed again? Lyle blushes and grips the handle of his sword. No, I just need it sharpened. She feels a bit dull. I would do it myself, but nobody does it better than you. You've got that right. He hoists his hammer higher, adjusting it on his shoulder. Vecret steel is a quality material, so I'll be able to have it done within the hour. You want her polished, too. I could give her the full treatment with no extra cost. Really? Really? Sure, I'm not busy and I need something to do with to make the time pass by faster. These orders won't be picked up until later today. For the past hour, I've just been cleaning up my workspace. But I hate cleaning, so I'll do anything to distract myself. Has my nose stopped bleeding? Okay, I can take that out of my nose. Hopefully I've stopped. Yeah, that's fine. That's just uncomfortable, you know. Lyle's tail is wagging, and I can feel his excitement radiating off of him. That would be great. Lyle gives his sword to Aiden, and he sets it on the table. I'll be back in a bit to pick her up. He starts walking towards the door. It was nice seeing you, Ed. The Castle Forge has nothing on this place. Nice to see you too, buddy. He calls him buddy. It was great meeting you, Richter. Lyle lifts the tarp to the door and holds it open for me. A chilly breeze, blows into the room and envelops the back of my hand as I wave back to Eden. It was a pleasure to meet you too. We step outside and Lyle places his paw on my shoulder. We'll come back in a while to pick up my sword. Now that that's out of the way, you can drop off that letter at the bakery while we wait. Sure, I think I see it over there. Oh, wait! We should get something to eat while we're out here. I'll pay. My treat. Oh, sure. I can pay for my own, though. It's fine. Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Says the one trying to buy me stuff. I'm buying, okay? Okay. He seems to be pleased with the outcome. Great, let's go. I'm starved. We slowly make our way around the square and arrive at the door to the bakery. Lyle gets the door for me and holds it. That's an owl. That's a bird. The inside of the bakery is warm, just like the forge. It's very clean and cozy in here too. There's a small barn owl sitting behind the the counter dressed in an outfit covered in flour. She's surrounded by an array of baked goods. Weirdly sharp to shaped, not sharped, shaped cookies, loaves of bread, pastries, cakes, and pies. I see a self-stacked, a shelf, not self, shelf, stacked with sacks of salt, flour, and sugar for sale. There's more salt though, probably because it's really expensive. It smells wonderful in here too. I can smell stuff from freshly baked in the back. There's a raccoon couple sitting at one of the tables in the corner by the window. Lyle closes the door and walks up to the counter. Hello, Charlotte. How are you doing today? Her black eyes beam back at Lyle as he steps up to the counter. There's a sense of warmth about her. Her feathers even make her look like a seasoned loaf of bread. Lyle, I haven't seen you in a couple of years. Look how you've grown. In a good way, right? Always. And who's your friend here? This is Richter. He's the Lord of Lyre. Hello. Oh my, the last time we had a lord in here was about 2 years ago. Well, what can I get for you boys? Actually, I have a letter for you. I place the letter on the counter and she slides it towards her with one of her gloves. This is for the goods you're preparing for the ball at the castle. Oh, okay. Person. They're there now. If you take it to the baking guild and show it to them, then the crown will pay you in full for your services. Oh, thank you very much, Lord Richter. I'm glad that all that hard work will pay off. John will be pleased to hear this. She tucks the letter under the counter. Now, you might have been here on the king's orders, but I know Lyle is here because of his stomach. Lyle is staring at the shelf with his tongue slightly hanging out. He blip. What can I get you to eat? I take a look at what's on the shelves in the counter. There's a really nice plate of pastries on the shelf with the little labels. I'll have a slice of blueberry pie. I see Lyle turn and look at me from the corner of his eyes. From the corner of my eyes. I'll have an almond cream tart. John? Look at this lad. Look at that face. A rotund. He is rotund. A wolf with red fur leans in the doorway. He was working on a stove while we were talking. Yes, what, ma'am? You hear that? Yes, ma'am, I did. I'll get that out to you folks in a few. John sets down what he was doing and reaches up to a shelf to prepare a slice of pie. That'll be 8 copper pieces. Oh! Lyle reaches behind him and pulls a small sack out of his belt. He reaches in and pulls out a shiny coin. Here's a silver. You can keep what's left. Thank you. While Lyle paid, John came out and placed the orders on the counter. Thank you very much. Thanks, Charlotte. You're welcome. You boys have a good rest of your day. Look at this Look at this boy. You too. The pastry is the last bit of warmth left on my person once we go outside. The temperature has gone down a bit as the day has gone on. I take a bite of my food, and it's more than I imagined it would be. The flaky crust tastes really good, and the almonds really add a very nice texture. It's amazing. I can hear Lyle next to me, chowing down on his pie. Pie! It's bite-sized for him. He finishes it and rubs the back of his head. They always have the best food. Do you like it? It's really good. I say this with a mouthful and I chuckle a bit. I'm glad you liked it. Let's go sit by the fountain. By water? In the cold? Lyle, I shall freeze to death. Okay. We walk over to the fountain and sit on the ledge. Warm water. Okay, it's warm. How? Okay. That's fine. Just don't think about it. Warm water particles bounce up onto us from the fountain, but I don't mind. Lyle moves his cape so that he's not sitting on it and pulls out his dagger. I finish eating my food and stuff the paper into my coat. He's sitting there with a thoughtful look on his face while he twists the dagger in his paw. I start to feel a bit tired and decide to lean against him a bit. It feels nice being this close to him. I feel tense. I feel him tense up a little. Oh, I can move over if you want to lie down. No, this is fine. Okay. I can feel him start to calm down, and after a while, he leans into me. His fur smells like coconut. It's a really strong scent. That would probably be one of those strange soaps from the bathroom. I don't remember seeing or smelling coconut in the bath, though. It's nice, though. It reminds me of home, where there was this nice bar with coconuts, scented candles. Okay. I start to daydream about pressing my face into his warm embrace when I snap out of it by him nudging me on the counter. Shoulder. Wow, I am not here. I'm not here right now. I'll have to take a break after this, you know what I mean? Hey! You're freezing cold. He brushes one of his paw pads up against my forehead. Do you want to get my sword and head back to the castle? Yes, I think I'm ready to go. Okay. He helps me up and we start walking towards the forge. I am starting to feel a bit cold. I guess the warmth of the castle has been coddling me these past few weeks. The past weeks, yes. We enter the forge and Eden is standing at his anvil, banging away at a piece of metal. I spot Lyle's long sword on a rack with the others. The wolf head, Pommel, stares back at me with an angry face. You can tell the sword is built for a big person because it completely dwarfs the other long swords, making them look like short swords. Welcome back, my friends. There she is, all sharp and ready for use. He's right. The blade of Vekrite, I hope that's right, is practically glowing in the firelight. When the light hits it just right, you can even see a little bit of swirled design. Okay. Thanks, Ed. You really are the best. I know. And don't you forget it. Just like you won't be forgetting the price. You're getting the discount, but it's not free. Of course. How much is it this time? 5. Alright then. Lyle pulls out his pouch again and sifts through it for 5 gold pieces. Here you go. He drops the pieces into the paw of Eden. Aiden? Yes. Stuffs them into his apron. Thank you very much, good sir. Lyle walks over to the rack and picks up his sword, swinging it onto his back, sliding it into the sheath. Have a pleasant day. You too, old friend. We step outside as Lyle stretches, standing on his tiptoes. He lets out a big yawn, showing off his sharp teeth. It's ready? Yes. Lyle leads me to the valley where the tunnel back to the castle is. Okay. He opens the door and we go down the steps with him holding my hand. Okay. Once we got back, Lyle dropped me off at my room and had to leave to go do something. He said that he would be back around sunset, and
and if I wanted to go anywhere to make sure I stay out of trouble. I assured him that I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. He knows this, but just wants to make sure that I'm okay. What would I need to be afraid of? I decided to go for a walk down the hall and maybe try to find someone to talk to. As far as I know, I don't have anything else planned for today, so I'm just trying to fill in the boredom. I hear some voices coming up from the hall after a while. Yes, yes, I know that.
Okay. Still, I just wanted to let you know that you. I have to let. I have to. But I have to let them heal for at least a day. I understand. I'm not an idiot. Of course, Your Highness.
And once I turn the corner, I find it hard to keep a straight face. It's a very strange strange thing seeing Adrius without his horns. It's also hard not to notice, like if I chopped off all my hair. Prince Adrius. What on Tigran happened?
What do you mean what happened? I shed my antlers.
No. I'm not entirely sure if that's a normal thing. Honestly, his answer just brings up more questions. I've heard that some species with horns will shed them, but I didn't think this is what they meant. So this is normal?
Of course it's normal. It happens every winter. And I would have preferred you not to see me this way. So don't go blabbing to your lackey about this, like it's some sort of hilarious joke.
Okay, a bit touchy, I understand. After his outburst, he pushes past me, continuing to walk down the hallway. Your Highness, I wouldn't. Leaf scoffs behind him, trying to get some last words in.
Now, remember, you need to rub that oil on your, horns once every day, and they should grow back in no time.
I can't see his face right now, but I'm pretty sure Adrius is rolling his eyes.
Of course, I'm sure with how healthy they were, they will grow back even faster. Our prince always did have such beautiful horns.
I rub the back of my head as I listen to Leaf desperately try to advise him. Adrius reaches the door to what I presume is his room. It's as a large set of double doors with antler-shaped handles.
And remember to...
Adrius leans to the doorway of his room and pokes his head out.
Thank you so much for your kind words and wisdom.
Excuse me.
Wisdom and compliments, Doctor.
He says this in a very insincere tone.
Goodbye.
He shuts the door on Leaf, causing him to reel. Potting off his road, he lets out a sigh in defeat and starts walking towards me. Why is he always like that?
What do you mean?
Why is he so rude all the time? He takes a moment to think. Or choose his words wisely.
It's probably because of the expectations being weighed on him. He doesn't get a lot of time for himself.
I don't know. He just seems very closed off.
He hasn't opened up to anyone in a very long time, for what I've heard.
Oh, what was the voice for Kadaj?
Don't be so harsh on the poor lad.
The sneaky cat approaches us while Leaf jumps a bit.
It's a large burden that he is being given. It's best that we give him some space and treat him with respect.
He pauses after his statement and holds out his paw, observing his claws.
Sorry for interrupting your discussion. That's right.
Yes, but on that last note, respect goes both ways. He shakes his head in a disappointed way.
Sadly, not in this profession.
After this statement, he turns to Leaf.
Leaf, was it? I was hoping I could get a moment alone to talk with Lord Richter. Of course. I'll be going now.
His talons his talented feet clack against the floor as he walks away. All right, I'm going to end the part here, everyone. So I'll see you around.